Can you hear it? Welcome to Relay.
We'll chat about it on stream.
We'll chat about it right now. Let me look at a calendar. Hello, everyone, and welcome to that most profligate of past pods that we do. This is what happens when I don't write a thing in advance. My brain doesn't speak when my mouth opens. Tip: every single day is an off day for me. This isn't a one-time thing. It's just all of them. They're all off days.
There are
hello, everyone. No, there aren't. I actually spent a lot of time today cooking. Had some family over just for a dinner. I made two things of focaccia, pizza, and then I made 17 burgers by hand. And,
oh my god. Can you please just fly to Calgary and cook for me?
Thanks. I would love to, honestly. I've got this burger recipe that I've come up with that is just like... I make a good bird.
Nice.
So,
nice.
How about you? How you doing, Eric?
I'm pretty good. Still recovering, but, on the way. What is that?
This is a Moscato Rosé that ostensibly says on it, lower sugar, 50% less sugar.
Did they replace it with aspartame?
I don't know, but it's like too sweet for me.
Oh, weird.
Like really sweet. Wow.
Well, I might as well join you in drinking. I never do this, but I actually have a drink, so might as well.
Oh my goodness! Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
How's everyone else out there? How's all your weeks been doing? And did anyone get tickets to CitizenCon as the first couple batches of CitizenCon tickets have gone out?
I did.
Yeah, Eric and I both got tickets.
We did.
Darj, it's an 8% wine. It's got less alcohol.
Wow, that is really low.
It's really low.
There are beers that are 8%.
There are beers that are 12%. This is weird. I don't know what I'm drinking, but it was left over from having people over, so I gotta drink it.
Fair enough.
I you know what? Oh yeah, I know, Fast Cart. It's a lot of money to get to Manchester. The only reason I'm going is because we're turning it into like a family vacation. So we're doing like a full 3 weeks in the UK, but it's going to be rough.
Someone bought you a ticket, Darj? Wow.
That's amazing, Darj. Honestly,
cool.
That's... So Fast Cart, really quickly. I saw the eclipse. We had the kids were home because they canceled school on the day of the eclipse.
Good call.
It was a good call because it was like right when bus drivers would be taking kids home.
That's terrible.
Not a good idea. Anyway, so we took the kids out to the back porch and got some snacks and some iced tea, and we all sat with the glasses and like put them on and looked and took them off, and we got 99% coverage.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool.
That's awesome. I've seen some amazing videos of totality.
Yeah.
The ones that were right in the middle of the path, like, there's some just amazing, like the darkness coming across the landscape. And that's just so cool.
What's really interesting, so up here we were at 99%. My mom was actually at her place that she owns a little further down south in Niagara, and they were at 100%.
Mm.
And for them, at 100%, it got like midnight dark out, right?
Dark.
For us
yeah.
up here at 99%, it was not dark.
Nope.
Like just that
No,
1%.
It needs to be complete. That's the only way.
Yep. It was still weird. Like the shadows were not normal. Like it was strange. It was eerie, but it wasn't dark, which I thought was like that was really interesting. It's like 1% of the sun is enough to, you know.
I was gonna say, it gives you some appreciation for how much power that sucker's pouring out.
Yeah, 1% of the sun is enough. Yeah.
There's going to be in a couple of years here. There's going to be a total eclipse in Iceland. Yeah, there it is in 2026.
Nice.
I think Iceland is probably, since I want to go back to Iceland anyway, I think that might be the ticket.
Oh man, seeing it in Iceland would be beyond beautiful. Like just beyond beautiful. It was wonderful.
Yeah. It was. I've been there too, and it was. I talk about it all the time, and it's like it was just amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. Visiting 90% of the UK is not on my bucket list. Don't really need to see Manchester again.
Come on, I'll be there.
I mean, it's going to be worth it for the people in CitizenCon, but like, I don't really need to see
the actual city.
Manchester. Yeah. London, I'm like, I mean, I guess I want to see all the stolen stuff in the British Museum.
Yes, I mean the museum will be amazing.
Yeah,
frankly, I've never been to it. I wish I had, but yeah, I think the things that are really cool in the UK to see are outside of like Manchester and London. There,
you know, what I am excited for is we're going to end our trip in Scotland. We're going to have 5 or 6 days in Scotland. That I'm excited for.
You need to conquer at least one castle while you're there.
We're going to stay in a castle.
Amazing.
Warwick Castle or something? I don't know. I
cool.
don't remember. I don't remember what it is, but yeah. All right. We are almost 10 minutes in. Darj, I don't know if I'm going to do a whiskey distillery tour. I've never really liked whiskey too much, but I gotta find some nice pubs or breweries to visit. That's going to have to happen.
I'm sure you're going to be able to find lots of those.
The problem is I'm the one that's driving, and we're probably going to be getting a manual car, and Cass can't drive manual, so I'm the only one that's going to be able to drive. So I can't even drink much because I'm going to have to drive.
I'm sure you'll find some time
on the wrong side of the road somehow.
Yeah, be very careful because, man,
I know.
Literally, this thought went through my head 4 or 5 times last time I was there. I'm really glad I decided not to rent a car. So be careful. This is a scary place to drive.
Yeah.
Then again, I also drove through Los Angeles, which, not the time we were there, but another time, and that was a freaking nightmare. So
the last time I did that, Darj, was in Italy, and adding automatic to the car added, I think it was almost $2,000 to rent an automatic as opposed to a manual. So
I'm not sure. Have you booked your rental already?
No.
I looked the other day because one of our friends is going to be there. Or one of our mutual friends is going to be there in a few days here. And I don't know what's changed because I also noticed that automatic and manual difference back in 2019.
Yeah.
But when I looked 2 days ago, they were all the same price for auto and for manual.
Okay.
Within within 10 pounds of each other over the course of 4 days. Very close. Cool. So
yeah, I'm gonna do all that booking of stuff later. But
Yeah,
it is
fair
going to
enough.
happen. Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, we're at the 10-minute mark. That means we can start the show and start talking about Star Citizen if we want.
Man, that's early, Stella. Normally
I
it's
know,
like 34 minutes in, and we're like, oh right, why are we here? Right, okay.
Right, we're a Star Citizen podcast ostensibly.
Mhm. So,
I
lots
don't
of
know where I
interesting
want
things
to.
happening lately.
There are. There's the thing that everyone knows that I'm going to start with. I don't have. I don't have any like images of it or anything, but the freelancer got a very small update.
I did not even know about that.
Yeah, the freelancer is getting a very small update in 3.23 for components.
That's cool.
So they changed some of the loading bay. Yeah, thanks for posting that tip. I watched that video. Anyway, they made some slight changes to the cargo bay of the freelancer to accommodate for components. And one, they really missed the chance to do an actual update to the ship. I hope that a true update to the ship is coming because the rest of the ship is still ass. But two, I think that once again, the freelancer actually gets extremely shafted because the way that they've designed it and the way but hang on, Darsh, because I think this is actually a really this moves the freelancer even further down on the on the the roster of ships, if you will. You can't access the component base if you've got a full load of cargo. You'd have to take your cargo out to access the components because there's not enough room if you're using your cargo bay to access the components, and that makes the freelancer useless.
That's rough if you're in a
even
fight.
more useless.
That's rough if you're in a fight. Oh boy.
It's I genuinely think it's one of the worst ships in Star Citizen now. The way that it's been handled.
So what would you have to do? Would you have to basically jettison your cargo?
I think so.
So you can go back and fix your ship?
There's not even. I don't even think it. It didn't even look like a foot between the cargo area.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen.
The sidewall. So you can't. Even if you could get it open, you won't. There's not enough room to get a component out or get a new one in to replace it. Which means you'd have to. There's not a lot, Darsh. Look at it. It didn't. It at least from what I saw, it did not look like there was enough room to walk around if you've got a full thing of cargo. But yeah, sorry, that's it. You can walk around it, but you would not be able to actually replace the components, and that's really bad.
Yeah, that's rough. Well,
I don't know why.
At least
I still have it.
At least it's now official that it's garbage and you can get rid of it.
But I still have it. I still haven't gotten rid of my freelancer. I still have it. I'm still hoping.
You know what the solution is? Just never haul cargo with it.
No, the solution is we're going to CitizenCon. And I'm going to find John Crew.
Tackle John Crew?
Yeah. I'm going to print out the largest poster I can of the Freelancer Mark II. I'm going to tackle John Crew and wrap him in that. And I don't know. I haven't actually thought of it beyond that, but
for a moment I thought you were going to say you're going to have a manifesto.
That's actually a really good idea. I should do a manifesto.
My freelancer grievances by Harris.
I should.
Oh,
I should do a manifesto.
Hey, there you go. You can print it on a blanket.
Oh no, even better. I'm gonna print it on one of those body pillows, so you can sleep with
Oh, nice. Perfect. There you go. There you
it. Oh,
go. Oh,
oh,
man.
look. At least I'm committed to the bit. Okay,
Oh, you've always been committed to this bit.
I am committed to the bit. Oh no, Darj, I've seen the SC waifus. I unironically love the SC waifus.
Oh, man. Funny.
Okay. What else happened in Star Citizen this week?
323 continues to look amazing.
Yeah, I really want to try 323.
Lots of really great clips of the the water physics that are now in.
Yes.
Including some fun things of people trying to break the water physics that are now in, because it's a tier 0 implementation, so it's kind of, they were dropping dropping those huge bombs on the water and just causing the physics to completely break. Oh,
interestingly enough, what it did was still reasonably accurate. It just doesn't have any
just too much
effects to it. It's too much, and it doesn't have the effects. But that's what happens to water in an explosion. It explodes, it goes up, and then there's a cavity that gets like it was fairly accurate, I thought. You know?
Dart. One thing I found in the menus is a reference option for volumetric cloud rendering if you want want to cut your frame rate in seconds per frame. I love it. I also saw some amazing videos of that too. The new clouds in there.
I've seen pictures and they look really good.
Yeah.
I will also say, I'm getting ready to build my second computer for Star Citizen. Or is this third?
This would be the third, I think.
Yeah, so I'm getting ready. Next year, I'm going to build my third computer for playing Star Citizen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was thinking about it, actually. It's been 5 years since I built my last PC.
Yeah? What are you running right now? The 3080?
39, yeah, 3080 and 5900 XT or something. I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
I
I don't
genuinely
think that's
remember.
been 5 years, has it?
It was 2019 built. 5800
wow,
X3D.
Yeah, didn't you do that as an upgrade, or was that the?
I upgraded the CPU, but the build itself was. Actually, I've got the original CPU right here. It was 3800X.
Hey, look at me!
Is that?
I have my old CPU right in front of me. What do you do?
I'm trying to give this to a friend that's having some problems with his machine, but he won't come and pick it up. So. Anyway,
that's so funny.
Yeah, Fast Cart. It's the one that was on the wall. That I just had to. I had to take it off the wall and put it into a case because I sold my house. And while showing a house, everything that's on the wall is considered attached to the wall is considered to be part of the house
of the sale. Yeah.
So in order to not have to get into any the computer is not included, I just took it off and put it in a case, and it was easier to move. So
yeah, no shit.
And now it's right there.
That looks awesome. You did such a nice job with that room. Wow.
I'm really happy with the room and can't wait to continue to do more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Really quickly, actually, this is video game related. Before we get into Star Citizen full on, has anyone watched any episodes of the Fallout TV show?
Not yet, but probably tonight.
Good. It's
I've heard it's
excellent.
spectacular. Yeah,
It is. For clarity, I have not watched The Last of Us, and I will not watch The Last of Us. But as far as as far as I'm aware of everything I've seen, Fallout is the best video game adaptation that has been done yet.
I think they're going to end up being fairly close to each other in terms of quality.
It's phenomenal. And the music,
yeah, they actually
all the
have
music
the
from
same.
like 3 and 4. Hey, Griff.
They actually have the same rating on IMDb too.
Yeah.
I think they're probably going to be fairly similar in quality. The Last of Us was excellent.
Fallout is excellent. I very, very highly recommend that everyone watch Fallout.
I will.
And if you've got Amazon Prime, you can watch it.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
No one can ever make a proper sequel at IMDb.
Nice, Citizen Ninja. I've only watched 2 episodes, but Cass and I are like, Cass was like, "Do you have to do a podcast tonight? Can we just watch Fallout instead?" And I was like, I mean, I could, but
that would be mean.
Shiver's tired because it's like 4 a.m. for him, so he's taking this this episode to sleep and rest because 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Shall we discuss Star Citizen? We're now at the customary, 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah,
so...
that's about right. Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it ends at like 4. Also, hey, Pixie.
Hello.
So, what else has happened in Star Citizen this week? There's been a lot from 323. It's sounding really good. Oh, actually, Fastcart asked a question right at the very beginning. Question. Jared said 4.0 should be out this summer. What are your guesses for when? I say the last possible moment of summer, September 30th, or as a joke, September 31st. What do you think, Eric?
This one's interesting because it really depends on what they try to do with 4.0. If the only thing about 4.0 is server meshing, like if that's it, and they're just like, this patch is almost devoid of everything else except for server meshing, just to get it in, I think they have a chance of being earlier in the summer because it is working as far as I'm aware. But if I was a betting man, I would say we're looking at like the last week of September or the first week of October or something. Like a slippity slip.
Just for the opportunity to launch 4.0 on the best possible day, I'm voting September 21st. So that, Star Citizen fans can forever ask each other if we remember the 21st night of September.
They should do it for that reason alone.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's,
yeah. They should just target it for that day. Just leave it. That's the day.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, it's a hard one, right? Like those big tech pieces, it's always so tough to like nail them down. Like look what happened with persistent entity streaming.
Yeah.
They thought it would be fine and it wasn't fine. However, things seem to be going quite well with server meshing. So I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me to see it pop up at any point this summer. But yeah, I think towards the end of the summer. I think September is probably going to be the time.
Weren't they also having a really wasn't PES doing well in testing too? It wasn't until it went live that shit really.
It broke, and it was the database that broke, and it was they were getting the database from a third party, and it didn't work the way they thought it would. And yeah.
But they're all doing this. All of the everything server meshing is them. They're not it's Turbulent, and now CIG owned Turbulent, so it's not outsourced stuff. I hope, right? In theory.
Well, I mean, the database software might still be. They bought the software from another company, so I'm assuming they're still using it. But they may have just fixed some of their issues. But I don't know, though. I'm not sure. We haven't really got an update on that as far as I'm aware. So he left me all by my lonesome. Citizen Ninja asks, what are your guesses on the percentage of SC players who play in 1080p, 2K, or in 4K? There should be data on that on the thing that they have on their website.
They have a thing?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it.
I feel like it should be a lot of
telemetry.
2K and 4K sucks, so I feel like there should be a lot of 2K.
I think a lot of people want to play it in 4K, but it's pretty heavy, so that's kind of hard. Okay, well, I went to check the public telemetry page, and it's not loading any data.
Maybe it doesn't exist anymore.
You have to poke some people about that. I mean, it exists, but it's not working at the moment.
Okay.
I would say these days a lot of people are moving away from 1080p for good reason. I would say 2K is probably going to end up being the most common. In this game, I think in most games it wouldn't be, but you can't really run this game with low-end hardware, so I think most people are going to be sitting at
2K. My question is less 2K, 4K, and more how many people have made the right decision and moved to ultra-wide.
Yeah, fair enough. That is the link to the telemetry page. It is not currently working. I'll poke a certain Jacob and see if there's a reason.
And yes, Griff, we need to meet up. I'll say right now, so Nakara and I are going to CitizenCon, and I want to meet up with whomever is going to CitizenCon. Say hi, let's hang out. We got 2 days. Let's do it. Possibly 3, possibly 4. I don't know. I don't know what else is happening, but yes. Oh, I hit Space Marshal by buying my CitizenCon ticket. So there's that.
I should go look where I'm at.
Oh,
it'll terrify me It'll terrify me.
For the record, Space Marshal is 5,000. But it's been 10 years, so 12 years. So, that spread over 12 years is only what? 400 a year? Which is really not a lot of money.
Sure. Convince yourself.
Lots of that was for giveaways and stuff back when we did those. So
I'm at $3,600, and I am a Grand Admiral.
Nice. Okay, so if anyone has any questions, throw them in the chat. We're no longer, doing things like
we don't get enough questions to bother with the questions form anymore.
Yeah, we don't have question forums anymore. You got a question, ask us a question. Let's talk about ISC. So
yeah, let's do it.
We didn't do a show last week, so we're going to talk about the Mapapp episode first. Mapapp.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. Also, man, the animations are getting good in this game.
Yep.
The whole mobiGlas looks so much better.
It looks just so much better. I will say, I feel like they lift their arms a bit too high when they open their mobiGlas. It's like right up to here. And it's like, that's not like, can I just like do this, nice and calmly, No, right into my face. Scream it straight to my retinae. I'm pluralizing retina by saying retinae because I think that just adding an S to the end of words to pluralize it cheapens the word. And I think if you, like octopuses, who the hell says octopuses? It's octopods, octopitals, octopi. One of those. Those are so much better than octopuses. Same with retina. Sure. Retinas or retinae? Retinae sounds so much more
refined.
Profligate. I'm just going to say that word as many times as I can today because I feel like it.
Oh, so cool. I love this
stuff. It looks really pretty.
Physical status stuff. I actually really like having the physical status stuff because now you actually can know what the hell's wrong with you.
Yep.
What did I do? What's wrong? Oh, broken leg. Okay.
That little clicky there, unverified, to mean I don't accidentally really cool. Do illegal missions. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any illegal missions. I like they've been showcasing that suit all season because that's the best suit in Star Citizen.
It's so good. I love all of the different, like, there's such huge variation in the spacesuits.
Yeah.
And that's because of the whole, they have a lot of those ships have suit lockers and stuff because there's all the different environments and everything. It's awesome.
So they were saying that the comms page will not be updated, but all of the other ones should be. Looks like we're getting a 2. I know the comms was 1.
Yeah, I think that one and the VMA, I think as well, is not ready. So,
right,
the vehicle one.
But so much more detail. I love it. Yeah. If there's anyone out there in the chat, one that can chat, because at least on my end, the chat is going, welcome to the chat room, welcome to the chat room, welcome to the chat room. So I don't actually know if anyone's saying anything. But if anyone has actually used the new mobiGlas experience, please let us know.
Yeah, I would love to hear from you.
I've seen a lot of complaints about the new star map, in that, at least in this episode, it looks like you can't see the white text on a white planet. And a lot of people were like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. How dare you betray us like this? Look how easy a fix this is. Look, I did this fix in 12 seconds on my own. It's like, okay, well, this isn't out yet.
Yeah. And they actually did provide an update for that. Apparently, due to a rendering bug, the text was rendering behind the planet, which is why it was screwed up.
Oh my goodness, you mean they didn't want to release it in a way that meant that we couldn't read it and it wasn't the end of the world? I am so shocked. I can't believe that would happen.
I love that. I love how crazy the plants are going behind her while she's doing that. The plants are just like, wah, wah! Like, is there a windstorm in there? What the hell's going on?
But like, so much of this is just. I know,
know.
that
People-
this exists, but this
people
exists. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm
Yes.
Go ahead.
The ability to do this exists in most video games, and honestly, it's not all that special. But it's really nice that Star Citizen's going to have it now.
Mhm.
I've still...
And Star Citizen's not an easy game for it to do it in.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the hardest ones.
I think Fable 2 is the first game that I ever saw do something like this with the breadcrumbs system that would have like a little trail of breadcrumbs that led to your next objective or like the quest that you were on. And I loved that so much, and I've loved it in every single game ever. And I really hope that CIG at some point implement an option for me to put that little yellow marker in the map in the world. Right? It's AR. Let me display that direction right in front of me. Because I'm dumb. Okay? I'm dumb. I want it big and red and right in my face.
Show it to me.
Preferably like round. You know, some balls at both ends, and then right in my face, so I can follow.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Cool. Just making sure. Shiver's not here, someone's got to do it.
And this is so cool. It's been a long time coming. I know the star map before kind of worked, but this is so much better. And it's only going to get better.
So Griff and Tipitarius both seem to be saying that it's very nice in actual use, which good. I'm glad.
That's awesome.
I am ready to download the PTU. I don't download most PTUs, but 323 is... Yeah, it's going to happen. 1 second, Pixie.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
You got it? Okay, cool.
Yep. Here you go.
Go nuts.
You have 1 whole minute. Ooh, a clip.
Oh no. What have you clipped, Pixie?
Yeah.
I will look at that after, because otherwise, whatever it is I'm saying will...
It's you.
I know. It's always me. It's always me. What stupid thing did I say this time?
The thing you just said.
Which one? I've just been ranting for an hour on stupid things.
It's big. I want it big and red and right in my face.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad. Thank you, Pixie.
It makes me happy. This is I know that a lot of games have a decent map. This is a particularly good map. Partially because of how integrated it is. I love that your ship map is your star map, is your city map. It's all the same map. I do really like that they're planning to also have it like just map out for you random locations you land in.
Yeah.
It'd be very helpful.
It's going to be really good, and I think they showed some of this when they were showing Squadron at CitizenCon. But where do you get the map data? Right? We've got the map data for all of Stanton. It's Stanton. But you won't have you shouldn't have map data for like all of Pyro. And you shouldn't have map data for all of the stations in Pyro. And like like there should have
Oh.
and they showed at in Squadron you having to download the map data for locations, right? So
I think that part of it is going to be, I think it's a multi-pronged system. Part of it's just going to be exploration, obviously. That is part of the exploration thing. But I think there's also going to be I think there's going to be both official and not official, if you know what I'm saying, like map data dealers. And again, there was those plants doing the freaking wiggly in the back. Anyway. Oh man.
well,
yeah, it looks so good. And actually, especially this game, both of us have had lots of trouble in the past. At various times trying to find something we need to find. Like, I want to buy a weapon. Where do I buy a weapon? With this, it just that whole problem just is gone. It's just gone.
That's what I was gonna try and get to. It's the improvement for the player experience this has is probably going to improve Star Citizen's player experience more than a map would improve just about any other game's player experience, because there's so much to Star Citizen. There's so many locations, and I'm sorry, I don't normally spawn on fucking Skyworld. I don't know where anything is. Where do I get a gun? Where do I get my shit? Where do I get anything?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, you mean I can just open my map and like search
Click
for
on the thing that says it?
weapon, and it'll find, and the search function is great. It looks like I'm 1,000% yes. This is going to make the game playable. Really, really excited.
Yep. That whole thing up in the right-hand side called Marker Data Bank. I wonder if that's just where you buy it. For the most part.
Maybe. I'm also interested. So they did show that you can create your own custom map locations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pico Stash. The question is going to be, how long until you can sell those locations? Because that's how it's going to work, right? You create the custom location to an asteroid, and then you sell the custom location of that asteroid to someone else.
What I'm really looking forward to, too, is being able to, and this is, I really want to see them do this, is being able to, like, create a map location and then fuse scanner data into that map location.
Yes.
As a, like, to make it worth more, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not only am I saying that this asteroid belt has, gold in it or whatever, I also have included all the scanner data from my ship that says that there is gold here, that type of deal.
And then the question is going to be, are there going to be ways to fudge that data?
Yeah.
But then do you want to fudge that data, because then your seller rating would go down, because people, like, they've got so much opportunity to make such a robust system, and I can't wait to see what they do.
I really hope there's a way to fudge the data, because I think it would be such an interesting way for pirates to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that would be
and
really
if you
cool.
can do that, then pirates would actually, like, pirates that operate in that way, one of their main goals wouldn't even, like, would have to be not just the piracy, but it would have to be bringing new people on, people whose reputation hasn't yet been tarnished.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Which adds, like, okay, I've sold 10 traps, and now my ranking on the selling portal is 0, and no one will buy from me. So I need to find a new person who's going to sell the locations, and then a new person, and right? Like, it's
super cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing about this is, and I'm going to talk about this probably in the next group of images that we show, but, like, I'm never going to do any of this shit. I'm not going to pirate. I'm not going to spoof any data, because I have no interest in that. But there are so many people that will and can. And just that they can makes me happy.
That's the huge thing with something that's trying to be a sandbox game, right? Is just the ability to do a thing is sort of what makes the game tick.
Yep. I think this one too, or is this just everything?
Maps and apps. I think that's everything. Because that's going back to the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, so before we switch over, are there any questions for us about maps and how oh man, I had a great opportunity and I missed it in naming this week's episode.
What do you?
And I should
what would
just
you want
They
to
Don't
go
Love You
to?
Like I Love You.
I'm missing
Yeah,
your.
yeahs. Yeahs, maps. They
Oh,
don't love you like I love you, maps. Great song. I should have gone with the maps reference. Damn. I'm really
well,
disappointed in
that's it. You
myself
need
right
to
now.
go back in time now, like an hour, and rename the episode.
Right, I need to go back in time and find my corpse before I...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But can you go fast enough backwards to find your?
I don't know. Yeah. Shiver's better at this.
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry.
Neither Eric nor I are as quick-witted as Shiver.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
what's wrong?
I don't know. I'm bleeding a lot.
What happened?
I've been trying to figure out why my shirt was
Was
wet,
sticking to your wrist? Yeah.
and apparently I'm bleeding.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I'll be right
I'll
back. I'm
try
gonna
and
get something to wipe
entertain
off the blood.
the folks. Anyway. All right, everybody. So I know a lot of us are probably going to be at CitizenCon. I'm curious what everyone's really excited to see there. I mean, most people are pretty aware that it's likely the focus is going to be Squadron. I mean, we hope the focus is Squadron. Anything in particular?
Also, I gotta ask: can anyone write anything? Because I don't know if chat is working. Honestly,
We haven't had a chat message in 8 minutes, so I'm not sure.
yeah, and I don't know if it's that
say
we're. Can you say anything? Okay, you can.
Hey, there we go.
There's Pixie. Thank you. Okay, cool.
I know.
I know.
It is a bit concerning because since that message, I also got a welcome to the chat room message, and I never left. So I'm like,
It's been working. Yeah, no, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 8 welcome to the chat room messages, and I'm just like, is this working? What's happening? And
perfect.
more importantly, why am I bleeding out of nowhere?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. I just am bleeding.
Did a tiny rogue like stab you in the wrist?
It must have, because I can't even see, like...
You're just randomly
can't
bleeding through your skin.
I can't even see a cut. There's just a ton of blood. There's no cut. It's just like... This is slightly concerning.
The hell? Is
I
it
don't
someone
know.
else's blood?
Sorry, I
Oh,
apologize if this is distressing anyone. I don't mean to. I'm genuinely...
I mean, whenever it is distressing, whenever your blood just like decides to leave your body for no particular reason.
Yeah, I know, but some people don't like discussion about blood, so I apologize if anyone is disturbed by this. Okay, where are we?
On to the next episode?
Yes, on to this week's episode.
Yes.
I gotta admit, I wasn't as much a fan of this week's episode. I know why they're doing it, but I honestly don't really like that they're putting this much emphasis onto like events when for a lot of people, like, the game's just not really there yet. I feel like, and I know they have to. I know they've got to test it. I know it's good, but it bothers me a tiny bit. You know,
No, I
like,
see what you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. The game isn't you really ready for prime time. I do like that they are working on chain missions. I kind of, you know what bothered me about this is I don't think they were talking about chain missions as this like huge thing that they're doing and that they'll be doing more of them, but I think chain missions need to be like eventually they're going to need to be procedural. Like you can't custom make every chain mission. And they talked years ago about how they want to do it procedurally and how they want like, you know, you could take the same mission and sometimes it will have this like other piece that like spins off
yeah,
into other bits. And I'm glad to see like a big chain mission like this, but I do think it needs to eventually become like the norm. You know what I mean?
I feel
And
like
not a
this
special
is.
event.
I feel like they're wasting time putting together missions in this way when they should be trying to make them, as you said, more procedural and more like holistic rather than, yes, we've planned out
Yeah.
each phase of this. I don't know. I also feel like
Well,
this
the
is.
problem is, as you said, they need to test it. So I think that's really the reason behind it. But
I know, but I have a problem with limited time events in most games because
yeah,
I find that they don't support people that cannot play as often.
yeah.
You know,
I was happy to hear that you can still go and do like all 5 parts of this mission.
for now, can you still when they move to 323?
No, they said it's continuing until 323 is out.
I know, but I don't like that.
No,
It
I know.
should
Not
always
saying
be
you should like
available.
it. I'm just saying that's. But yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
um, I don't know. It just the content should always be there. You shouldn't lock the content unless it's like Easter or Christmas content. Fine, lock it behind the time of the year. But otherwise, like, no, just let me do it when I can because
Yeah.
I can't. And you're gonna give out like awards and stuff to people that have completed it. Well, what about those of us that could? I don't like it.
There's always going to be stuff like that, but I just want the opportunity to play it when I'm ready to play it, and
Yeah,
I haven't been playing much lately because really 323 is what I want to play. So
I don't want to play 322. I don't like 322. It makes me angry. I don't want to like. All I'm waiting for is a proper loot screen. Oh wait, you've got a whole bunch of combat, but the server FPS still isn't fixed and the loot screen still isn't fixed. No, I'm not gonna fucking do your combat. Because your
yeah,
combat feels like ass right now. I'd rather go and play one of the million other games that I have that actually feel good to play. I'm not gonna play Star Citizen right now. Don't punish me because your game feels like shit to play.
oh, the ranty David came out. Maybe it's because you're bleeding.
It's because I'm still bleeding. God. But I
You do have a
genuinely
nurse
like.
upstairs. You might want to run that by her.
I don't know what's going on.
You really shouldn't be randomly bleeding through your skin, though. That's not cool.
I know. So you know what? I'm gonna take 2 minutes.
Okay.
Eric, what are your thoughts? I'll be right back, everyone.
Oh man. Yeah, so what you're saying there, Tip, like the game, yeah, I understand they need to test events like this, but usually when I've played them, they tend to be the performance just isn't ready. Like it's just not performance enough. I know a lot of people are happy to fight through the shitty performance to play them. It doesn't feel very good when I do it. I do have a little bit of fun sometimes, but I'm really looking forward to playing events like this um, on 323 and future patches that are more stable. I mean, we all hope that 323 will be nice and stable when it comes out, but at least more performant, hopefully. I love that Pixie. Oh man, that's amazing. Yeah, he's off to watch another episode of Fallout. So funny. But yeah, I really do like missions like this. It's just I don't think that they're ready to be played. Hopefully once 323 comes out, we'll get, you know, this whole Overdrive initiative comes back with in the new patch. That would be cool. But yeah, I'm curious for everybody else, like what you think about the missions themselves. Has anybody here played them? Are they working well for you in the game? I'm very curious. The different behavior of the NPCs too. Hope I mean, at least they were talking about the different behavior of the NPCs. I think that that's pretty cool too. I know it's coming, but it's neat to see it in action. I also did see some of that when I played that little bit of Pyro too. I got absolutely destroyed in a firefight in Pyro there on the PTU. Oh, Tip. The question was whether you played through the Overdrive Initiative missions. I'm curious how well they're playing for people. I do love their commitment to showing off that orange suit. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Concerned that David's not back yet. Might have to do the rest of the show myself, and he's the one controlling it, so that would be entertaining. Fair enough, Tip. Makes sense. Gotta give a lot of credit again to the crew that films all the B-roll for these episodes. They do a really good job. Making it look exciting. But yeah, you know, as everybody is aware, a big part of the problem with doing these missions in live right now is the server FPS being so low, which makes the AI behavior poor. Oh yeah, so you're gonna send as a ninja. You're gonna do the big Xenothreat one at the end. Fair enough.
All right, I'm back. Hi.
Hi. So are you dying?
I mean, no, I've been attended to by the nurse.
Perfect. It's always handy to have a nurse around.
Oh, that's great, Pixie. I love it. What I miss?
Yeah, they were convinced that you just snuck off to watch another episode of Fallout.
You know.
You're just done.
You know.
Oh man.
It's good enough that, you know, almost tempted. So a lot of this episode, I really don't know what to say about.
That's a pretty symbol.
Because-
That's a nice ship.
Yeah. Because I don't I don't know what really to say about the Operation Overdrive. Like, okay, it's kind of cool. They're blowing up big ships and little ships, and they're making a lot of use of the Xeno threat, which is nice. I hope they add new enemies soon, because
Yeah.
Xeno threat just aren't very threatening.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I one of the things I thought was really funny in this episode, though, was they accidentally messed up the balance, and the 3 dragonflies were able to destroy the hammerhead.
Yes. Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, you know,
That's so funny.
I'm actually okay. No, I'm gonna go into this because I want to. It's honestly really disappointing that this mission isn't being run in 323, because this is a very combat heavy mission, both like space combat and ground combat. And when you've got 323, which is changing up how space combat works, changing up how ground combat works, changing up how looting works, changing up how interaction works, changing up how space travel, like changing all of these aspects, this set of missions would actually be a great thing to keep in 323 so that people could test all of those new combat systems, because all changing is the combat systems will let us have a really good, combat event to test it out in. But no, they're going to get rid of it because
who knows? It might come back a couple weeks into 323.
I know. I just
never know.
It'd be nice to have,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. Anyway, there was some. I was saying something
like the
about,
little USB device there that they grabbed off.
Yeah.
Corpse.
I was saying something about one of the other in the last episode, and I was saying that I was going to talk about it for this episode as well. And it's the piracy, right? I was saying that it's great that they're going to. It's great if they give us the ability to fudge data so that we can do piracy with it. As much as I complain about things like this Overdrive mission that I haven't done and probably won't do because there's no time, it is good that they have it. It is good that they keep adding stuff like this. Like, there's a lot of people that really love Star Citizen, really love organizing. And when they say, oh yeah, we had 30 people organized to take these bunkers, you know what? That's pretty good. I like that people can come together as large groups and play the game. I hope that they don't. I want to say prioritize that too much.
Put all their effort into only making that?
Well, right now, there's a reason they've done this event. This event has been done for the people that are playing the game right now.
Yep.
The people that are playing the game right now are the people that will get 30 people together to play the game. So they are building and balancing the game. Hello, North End. They're building and balancing the game to the people that are devoted enough to play an early access game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope that they at some point, I can't remember their names right now, but in previous episodes of this podcast, we've had some discussions with a couple people about why is there only combat stuff? When are we going to start getting non-combat?
Oh yeah. Jade.
Yeah.
Can't remember the rest of her name. Jade.
Jade Starwatcher.
Yeah, Jade Starwatcher. Yeah.
And
well, why? Yeah,
else.
there isn't any. Oh yeah. Is it Lady Space Patrol?
Yes, LSP. Yeah, thank you. But they're right.
Yep.
Because right now, the game is balanced solely for the people that are doing combat, the people that are getting 30 people together to destroy hammerheads. Well, what does that leave me to do?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I'm not.
I don't 100% agree with it because I think there's a lot of other stuff to do in the game right now. But I do know that there's been a lot of focus on combat lately because they've been importing so much stuff from Squadron.
Yeah, but there's also like they're not. I will never be able to do this one. I'm never going to
Why
be
not?
able to kill a hammerhead by myself.
No.
So maybe
That
I'd
was
be
a
able
great
to do the third like branch of this 5-branch mission, because the third branch is the whole server fights the hammerhead.
Yeah.
But if I can't solo the bunker mission, the first bunker mission that they say keeps getting harder and harder, and you probably can't solo it, you need a group of 10 people, okay, thanks, that's a mission that I'll never be able to do.
It depends how they work it. I mean, but yes, I know what you mean. I played World of Warcraft for years and years and years. I did like 2 raids, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually not the person for the big like 30-person group thing. It just doesn't, it's not what I'm interested in.
Yep.
But I will definitely get together with like a friend and play, like the two of us. But you're still not raiding, Two
No.
people it's not gonna happen. So
it's just, I hope that they don't lock, like right now they're locking like special things behind doing this series of missions, and I don't like that. I don't think they should. I don't think they should lock bonus stuff behind doing this mission, because I think it's unfair to the people that can't. Honestly.
I don't really necessarily agree because having everything in the game be achievable by every player it makes it very hard to make the game.
But right now, there's not like the only way to there's no special unlock stuff for solo mining a whole bunch. The only thing, like the only event that they are promoting by doing like special stuff is this. Right?
What is available? What is solely available via this mission?
Oh, don't even remember. It's there somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. Right now, the only things that are like locked in terms of mining are just better mining equipment, like just sort of
Overdrive Initiative.
Even then, I think it's just money to buy the better stuff. You don't have to do anything.
Players who complete all Overdrive Initiative missions will be awarded a complimentary upgrade from the F7C to the F7A for their service.
Okay.
That's a $20 gift for anyone that can complete these.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
That's fair. That is very fair. It would be nice if there were. Are there other ways in game to earn that upgrade?
I don't know. I don't believe so. I think otherwise you have to pay for it.
I don't know. Because then it's just the same as if you can buy the upgrade in the game and you just do other things
in
to
the
earn
game.
money.
It's not in the game. It's
There's
IRL.
no way in the game. Okay, I see.
That I'm aware of.
That makes sense then. That makes sense. Yeah, I agree. I think for the most part, you're going to want things to be in some way. Like, it's fine for them to reward people for doing things, but there should be another way to get the reward.
Yeah.
Like if I do some crazy cargo mission and I earn a whole shit ton of money, like I should be able to buy the thing,
Yeah.
with UEC. Yeah. I understand what you're saying for sure. How do you like their laser traps here?
I kind of like them, but they're honestly a little bit lazy.
I know. I was about to think.
Like,
it's like we need a trap. Somebody
they're
make us
a little
trap.
bit. They're a little bit lazy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say it, but they are.
Oh man, we're jerks tonight. What's up? Is Cass checking in to make sure that you haven't bled out yet?
Yeah. They can add a Cousin Crow's custom mining laser that has great performance and extra module slots. Component. Yes.
Yeah.
I've said this
Agreed.
before. I detest the referral system. I think it's one of the most insulting things that CIG have ever done to those of us that have been fans for a long time, and
Who
it's
started
still
at the beginning?
who started at the beginning and brought everyone that they knew along at the beginning. It still disgusts me. I hate the referral program. It angers me, seriously. Like, oh, guess what? I've got accounts for my wife and my 2 kids. Well, 1 kid. I haven't actually made an account for Link yet. I could get a referral bonus for making an account
There you
for
go.
Link, but like I set those up before the referral program.
Yeah, I know.
And I brought.
Well,
like,
I know. I've
10
referred the games
friends.
for like tons of people, and
Yeah.
none of them counted. Yeah, I know.
I don't.
I know.
I really don't like a lot of their promotional things that CIG do seem very exclusionary to anyone that's not doing the specific thing that they are promoting, and I don't like that. I agree. Like, there should be extra mining stuff for people that mine a lot, you know? Okay,
Yep.
you know what? If someone completes, this mining series of missions, we're going to, give them $20 off an upgrade from a prospector to a mole. I mean, because that's what they're doing here. I don't know. I don't like it.
So
I'm grumpy.
Do we want to talk about the new launcher coming?
Yeah, sure.
Can you display a website? Because you could go and check it out if you wanted. And show it on screen.
I could try to, but
Here's the link.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Yeah, I'm just throwing a curveball at you here. How's that for?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Give me a second here.
That's funny.
Chrome.
Yeah, I do like
new launcher.
What are they? Hey, there we go. Perfect. So yeah, I think it looks nice. I mean, even the current launcher is pretty good, but this is nice. They're making it easier to manage all of your game environments too, which is good because now there's at least 3 for some people or 4.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. But yeah,
just as a usability perspective, they should start on new citizens, and you should be able to click a box that says no longer interested in new citizens, and then that one should disappear, and that should be Comlink's patch notes community.
Yep, I agree. It's cool they have a new download manager. I really like that there's comlinks and stuff in there too. I like the real-time status page. That's cool.
They're also clearly setting up, like at the top left, there's games, right?
Yeah.
So they're setting up for Squadron and Star Citizen.
You know what they really should have in there? They should add it like now. They should put Hyper Vanguard Force in there.
They should. Absolutely.
Yeah. There it is. Look at that.
Yep.
The same moment.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, no, they totally should put Hyper Vanguard Force under their games. At least, I mean, there were a few really good ones, but Hyper Vanguard Force is the one that like blew my socks off.
Yeah. I don't even remember most of the other ones, honestly.
There was a Carrot game too.
Yeah. Oh God, it's been so long.
I don't remember a couple of the other ones though. Yeah, they should do that though. I'm hoping that they have them in game as well. Like I really, really want them to do Moby-Glass games.
Yeah.
Give us oh yeah, the mining one too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, we're at the end of our content. Do you want to just shut her down a few minutes early this
Well,
week?
yeah, I think we will, but I'm
Or
trying
is
to
there
find
something you
one.
have to talk about?
No, I'm just trying to find like the actual cost for upgrading from the F7A to the F7 the
Oh yeah.
F7 Mark II. Because I do want to know, like, if they're giving a free upgrade, how much money are they giving to people that complete these missions in game?
I will find out. What is it upgraded from the F7C to the F7A, right?
F7C to the F7A, yeah.
Okay. I will find out for you.
Cool.
F7C. I'm assuming this is the Mark 1.
It must
To
be.
the F7A. Oh, right. The F7A isn't purchasable, is it? Because that's the military one?
Yeah, it's military.
Yeah, so you can't even buy it. Like, it's not even a thing you can buy, like, for real money.
I hate that. I hate that.
I hate it as long as I hate it as long as there's not another way to get it in the game.
I don't even have an F7C, and I hate that they're doing that.
You hate the F7C.
I also hate the F7C, that's true. I don't think that's right. I don't think that they should be, like, not yet. You know?
Fair. I mean, I don't begrudge the people who earn it from getting their thing that they've been told that they get. That's fine.
No, I like, great. I don't think CIG should be doing this yet when, like, there's so many people that aren't going to play it and can't play it. And, like, it's still a very broken game. Like, I don't think they should be doing this yet. I know they're doing it because they want more people to test it and they want more data, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yep.
You know, maybe you
could
fix the
they need a carrot.
But yeah, but they could fix the freelancer first, you know?
Stop doing everything else in the game. Fix the fucking freelancer.
Yes!
Oh.
Fix my ship, damn it.
I know there are 172 ships, but mine. Fix mine.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from.
Oh, man. So funny.
Oh, well, yeah.
Do you have anything this week coming up?
What's that?
Do you have anything fun coming up this week?
Absolutely not.
Fair enough.
You know,
I have another thing to talk about.
The chief climate scientist for the United Nations has stated that the world has 2 years to solve climate change.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
He's not wrong.
We're not going to solve it in 2 years.
We are not. It is accelerating way faster than anyone expected.
I did see the on Reddit there are some posts of people apparent. I mean, I haven't done any like research on it, so I don't know how recently this happened. But they opened this gigantic solar farm in India. It's 30,000 megawatts.
Wow.
The equivalent of like 60 natural gas power plants.
I was seeing that both the UK and the US's largest growing energy for the past year, both of them, it's been solar. So solar has a lot of momentum exponentially right now in both, which is great. Solar makes a lot of sense. Even 1% in an eclipse lights up the entire place, you know? Like,
it's true. Oh man.
But
no, it's true. I think solar is really cool for me too, because when you think about power, so much of power all works the same. There's like a bunch of different ways of producing power that really all boil down to, sorry, that was a really bad joke. To making water hot and then turning a turbine.
Yeah.
There's like 72 different ways to make power by making a turbine spin. And then you have photovoltaic cells, which don't, like, there's nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. I was thinking about that in the context of like apocalyptic things as well, where we might lose, the ability to build giant turbines, but we probably we'll just have solar panels just laying around, so we'll still have power.
Yeah.
Uh,
Solar's the only way. Honestly, solar is the only way we're getting through a lot of this.
I know, and it's getting better all the time. There,
Yep.
there was some news this week, or that I saw, that they are now able to print solar
Yes.
panels onto flexible sheets, and man, you
Really
can start getting
cool.
solar panels everywhere at that
Yep.
point. So yeah. One of the things I think is a big tech that we need to get into is and I don't know how hard this is, but I know it exists, is replacing a lot of windows with windows that generate power.
Yep.
Um, so that's another thing.
Especially
Anyway,
like on skyscrapers where the entire thing is
yeah,
windows.
you have this huge surface. Yeah, that's almost entirely windows. Yeah, for sure.
Well, and the other thing we really have to start doing is planting things on the tops of buildings, because as soon as you start planting like grass and trees on the tops of buildings, you provide shade and you actually cut the temperature in cities by numerous degrees, because concrete absorbs heat.
Yeah,
So
the island effect for cities is pretty bad.
yeah,
And it's, I mean, Calgary is so good that way too already for most of the city. One of the things I've always liked about it is you can go up. There's a big hill in the city. You go up on the hill, and most of the city kind of looks like a forest. There's trees everywhere.
yeah,
But first, there's parts of the city that are new that don't have that. But also downtown is just this huge concrete hole in the middle.
yeah.
And I think that
Well,
planting gardens on the roofs of buildings is a huge deal.
that's one, and one of the other huge deals is if you look at houses that were built 40, 50 years ago, how much room is there between the houses? Lots. We used to have
Lots, yeah,
large
for
plots of land, lots of room between houses, and now, we were looking at houses a couple of years ago, and there was 2 feet between the house because we're trying to cram as much housing as we can on the land, and then we don't have any green space on that land. And it's honestly, city regulations should be, there's 20 feet, between houses, and that has to be green space. Or cities can make these regulations themselves, and there's so much that can and needs to be done. But we could have an entire episode about climate change if we wanted to. I can literally talk
Relay Station, Climate Change Edition.
I would do it. I get paid to talk about climate change for hours at a time every day. I would do it. But I think we'll stop for now to avoid alienating anyone else. But seriously, thank you all for coming and watching us. We love you all. And come hang out next week.